All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
21.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
It's Coleman here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing. Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a...
Funchess is free. He's at the 40, 20, 10, for touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 15. And the Steelers first down.
They're running it.
On the draw play, Coleman takes to midfield but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Cousins now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
3rd and long for Cousins. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Steelers.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball.
There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tevin Coleman. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 40-yard
Come on, here we go. Like 20.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Come on. Here we go, here we go. 21. Here we go. Mike 5'9", Say hot.
Play action. Garoppolo. Flushed out right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm scared. Say hot.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 17. To throw is Garoppolo.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and goal.
Here we go. Like 80.
Let's go heavy.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Coleman now. And fights through one man. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. On play action, Cousins. Complete to Hilton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, it's Hines. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum.
Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins, and the catch made by Hilton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Cousins. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, it's Cousins. Now he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
At the Colts 2-yard line.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Kelly, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. On play action, now Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the outside. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Coleman on the draw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action now. Cousins. He's going to launch it for Washington. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
65.
On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Here we go. Back to 80. 6.
Yo.
Stay hot.
Watch out.
Hey, alert. Stay hot.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Antonio Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 29, Cousins, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. A first down throw for Cousins. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Coleman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Tevin Coleman. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Here we go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go right back to Mack. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Single. Go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flush to his right, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Alex Anzalone in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They will run again with Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing, Cousins. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Now Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. But it's brought in by Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
To throw is Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Cousins again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Ebron with it over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 10, Cousins complete to Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. The throw over the middle, taken in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts, 18 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now Garoppolo. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Check safety, check.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
They used a favor. Home again
next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2.